Dum-dum.
Wait, it's taping now. Did we start?
Oh, shit.
God damn it.
Maybe it starts automatically. Okay, well, here we go. It's Drunk Shadows. Nobody's with us.
I may edit that first part out.
Oh, there's a cat down there.
No groundhog.
No birds.
No birds.
Drunk Shadows.
No hawk.
Annie,
no,
not Annie.
No planes. No.
No plane.
Oh, there's a cat.
No plane. No plane. We did that in the last one too. So I was driving over here from my house to get here to do this tonight, and tonight there's a big deal in Cincinnati. It's night 2 of Taylor Swift.
I did not realize she was as big a deal as apparently she is.
She's a big fucking deal. Anyway, at one point in my journey, I have to go on the expressway that bisects downtown Cincinnati from the area called the Banks, where the stadium where Taylor Swift,
Where is she playing?
performing?
Is she playing at?
Payjo Stadium.
Which one is that?
Paycor Stadium. The Bengals.
Okay. I thought they weren't allowed to do that at the Bengals because the Bengals have held the city of Cincinnati hostage over there.
By the short and twisties.
Frickin' stadium.
Not anymore. I think that's over with now.
Fuckers.
I voted against it.
I can't believe.
For the record, I voted
can't
against
believe
it.
that
Let those
people
dickheads leave.
People would.
It was stupid. Yeah.
Look,
Anyway.
look. Dorsey's thinks she's gonna get something. Anyway,
dream on. So anyway, I had to go on a portion of the expressway that bisects downtown from the Banks area, and there are overpasses where, cars and people. And I saw all these glittery little girls walking over the bridge to get to the stadium, and their dads just trudging along behind. Good for you, Dad.
at least I hope it was their dads.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm kidding. It's like a daughter-parent thing to do.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yes. Oh, do you know any Taylor Swift songs?
I know that. Oh, God damn it. I just got it out of my head and now it's back in there.
Stupid shaking one?
Yes, because they would play that at the skating rink. At the skating rink.
When? Weren't you a little old to be going there?
We would go roller skating. I would take the boys roller skating. They did a homeschool roller skating thing. And they would play that. So, that's the only one I know.
I never really listened to her music on purpose.
It's catchy. I see why people like it.
I heard that one last night, and it didn't really make me want to go out and seek more of her music. Whatever it is. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but we got weed whacking going on this side. Okay.
I think there's more to it than just the music, too.
Yeah. I mean, she sent her fucking merch bus up a day early.
No.
That was smart.
No.
It was 2 days early?
No, I mean, I think it was like the parents taking their kids to see her. I think that's a big part of it. That it's something that the generations are doing together.
The parents have taken kids to see other groups before.
Not like this, I don't think.
No.
Like
she's a
mothers
phenomenon.
taking their daughters, like young daughters, to go see her.
Yeah, some of these kids look like they might have been 8 or 9, like David's age. I know. Speaking of,
I don't think David would. Do you think David would be a Taylor Swift fan?
I doubt it.
I think he'd be into like Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath.
Oh yeah, he does
Lamb
talk
of
to.
God
He
or
does
whatever.
talk to ghosts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the cool ghoul is staring at you. He did sound
That's
like
what he
turkeys
would do.
gobbling. Okay, Drunk Shadows. We're Dark Shadows, the beginning.
16.
You want to read it? I always read it. You read it.
do. Oh, Jesus.
Can you fucking see it here?
Elizabeth is appalled to learn that Carolyn went to the Blue Whale to see Burke.
Do you think they'll buy it?
Mm-hmm. Good job. Nobody will know that you were prompting me.
Okay, it's the exterior of the house.
My name is Victoria Winters.
We know your goddamn name, Victoria Winters. You say it every day.
The
No, we have dark
voices
voices
up
up here.
here.
I wonder if they're dusty,
Dusty.
also.
Dusty Fear. If you're just joining us now and haven't seen any episodes before,
Why? Go back and watch.
yeah, but Fear is dusty. Who said
According
that?
to Victoria Winters.
Was that Victoria?
Vicky, yeah.
I thought it was Sam Evans.
The echoes of the past are moving closer and closer, whatever that means.
I hope we get to see a ghost. She's staring out a window.
Oh my god, she's gonna open it.
Oh. Is it a window or a door?
It's a window.
It's a window. Where is she? Is she in the? She's in the drawing room.
Nobody draws there. She closed the window, thank goodness.
Because
That little guy right there, there's a little finch over there who's just,
noisy as.
I love it.
Phone's ringing again. Look, it looks like they cleaned the phone at least.
Oh, thank God. Sanitation came in. Oh, that's a different phone.
Did you see the view? It went blurry and then focused back in. High quality.
Production value is not high on this show. It's part of what we love about it.
That's why we don't feel too bad about the wooden task episodes.
The production value on our show.
In keeping with the theme.
We do try to provide some really good, clear content for you.
Entertainment.
Value added.
Mr. Malloy, that was Mr. Malloy on the phone, and he said, oh, just a few bruises and a cut on his forehead. Oh, never mind.
Why is
Nothing.
Mr. Malloy there? Why isn't... Oh, because Liz won't leave the house. Now we have the theme song.
Theme song.
I just read that, you know when you smell grass? It's the grass.
Screaming.
Yes.
Sad.
I
Because
still
it's
like
been
how
cut.
it smells.
I read that, like those trees that I forget what they're called, that giraffes eat in Africa.
Yeah?
Like when they're eating the leaves off of a
Oh, yeah,
tree.
they send out a signal to the other trees.
Like a pheromone or whatever, so the other trees know, and the other trees are just like, don't eat me.
They're like Stuart.
I'm so good.
They're like Stuart.
I can do it.
Mad TV again. If you get a chance, watch Mo Collins and Michael McDonald, not the singer, in their Stuart bits. This cat is staring at us like...
Well, something just scared her. I don't know what it is. Our kitties are kind of skittish. It was probably nothing.
Might have been that broom. Okay.
They were dumped at a young age at the shelter, and we adopted them. And I don't know what they went through before we got them.
Because they don't speak English yet.
We've been trying to teach them. They're cats. They're not as skittish as they used to be.
Yeah, they let me touch them.
And yeah, Bobcat doesn't growl at us when we get close to her while she's eating anymore.
What? Would she growl at you, really?
Yeah.
Remember my cat?
Winston?
No, later than that. I had a cat called Come On.
Hmm.
Remember that cat?
Where were you living?
Westwood.
Okay.
Not Westwood, no. Hartwell.
Okay.
He showed up on my doorstep one day. And I tried really hard to ignore him, but he wouldn't go away. So I just started feeding him. And I would go out the door. And I would just yell, come on. And he'd come running. So I figured that was his name, Come On. And he went within like a month of regular feedings. He went from looking like a kitten to looking like a tomcat. So he was just an old cat that was underfed. And if I'd be driving around the neighborhood and he saw my car, he'd stop and stare at me. And I'd open my door and say, you want to ride? Come on. And he'd get in. They'd sit on my lap and I'm driving, and as like I'm turning the steering wheel, and as my hand hits his back, it goes up in the air. Then once I was driving, he decided to lay on the dash right in front of me, and I couldn't see.
Damn cats. We had Louie. When we had Louie, he was an awesome cat. he he liked to lay in the middle of the street, and we live on a dead end street. It's not real busy, so it wasn't a big deal. Except one time I was coming home, and he's laying in the middle of the street, and I'm going real slow and slower and slower and slower, thinking surely he's gonna move. No, damn cat went. I had to stop the car, get out, and pick him up
Shark.
and move him.
She had another cat named Marty, and I was living in a dump at the time, and there was all kinds of vermin in this place, and we had a mouse, and I actually caught it, and I brought it over for Marty. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
I brought it over for Marty, so we're out in the backyard, and I let the mouse go, and then Marty let the mouse go.
Marty.
So he was not a mouse.
Louis, if you would have brought it home for Louis. So Louis liked to think he was a hunter, and he was terrible at it. So I'd be creeping along, and I'd just watch him and say, "Oh, you hope spring is eternal, Louis." But one time somebody dropped a ham sandwich, and he got the piece of ham off of the sandwich.
Did he get it before it hit the floor?
No, but he had it in his mouth, and he's running away with
Oh
this
my
big
gosh.
piece of ham sticking out of his mouth, all proud of himself because he caught that.
Okay, so my cat, Come On, was a good hunter, unfortunately. And I came to realize that shit that they leave on the doorstep or wherever is not a gift. It is the part of the animal they didn't want to eat.
True story.
Because he left a lot of shit, and it was never the same, and it was gross.
Do you remember Bye Bye?
We're just going to talk about pets on this one. I
Apparently
barely
so.
remember Bye Bye because he was only around for a week. Right?
So I think Beth brought him home, right? Our brother Beth.
I just know it was one of the older kids.
He was
That's all I know.
he was a cute dog, but Mom didn't appreciate it. So she named him.
Because that's just one more fucking thing she'd have to do, right?
Or not.
Or not. Yeah, that's fair.
But she named him Bye Bye because that's what she wanted him to do.
He was going to do soon, and sure enough,
He did.
All right, we should get back to the episode.
Because stuff happens in this one.
So apparently Liz thinks Roger's accident was not an accident because a man came to town and things happened.
Wait, what? What else did Mr. Malloy say? Oh, the brakes definitely did fail.
Oh, and Mr. Malloy checks the brakes.
He also said that after he took Mr.
Mr.
Collins,
Collins.
to the doctor, he wanted to check some more, and then he talked to you after that. Yes.
It's a little steamy out.
That's why I got the fan going.
Yeah, it feels good.
Mrs. Stoddard, there's nothing any of us can do.
Do we have to drink it, Stoddard?
No, we
Nothing but
don't.
wait.
I mean, we can if you want to.
Even though you said we were going to.
It was a
But your
joke.
brother wasn't seriously hurt.
This time, Miss Winters.
Roger's not seriously hurt.
What about tomorrow?
Not this time, but what about tomorrow? Or the next day?
Really think Burke Devlin
Burke Devlin, Burke
It
Devlin.
would be really nice if he got a personality transplant.
Mr. Devlin came to the house
Burke?
this evening for the first
I
time
mean,
in 10
Roger.
Roger.
He had invited Roger to some bar.
Oh.
He knew Roger would be driving down.
What?
So Mrs. Stoddard is thinking that Burke Devlin. Oh, and remember, Vicky
Because
caught
Vicky saw him
Burke Devlin in
with
the garage.
spanner / crescent wrench.
Whatever it was. But I don't think Liz knows that yet, does she? Because we haven't been paying attention.
Do we really care? Do you care? We don't care.
No, but
You yourself said you saw him in the garage.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
Okay.
so yeah,
yes.
Liz does know that
It's so
then.
hard to believe that he would deliberately try to kill Mr. Collins.
It's hard to believe he would
Collins.
deliberately try to kill Mr. Collins.
Anger, bitterness, and hate. They're capable
Oh.
of anything.
I want to say something. For those of you who are not sure what's going on here, we are drinking, watching a show, and commenting on said show.
Groundhog's back.